My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 21st, 2026. It is 6 a.m. Oh my goodness. I got up my usual time, I think like around 1:30-ish or so. I went back to bed. So I got up because there are things that I recorded yesterday I didn't edit, and I need to edit them and put them out. So let's go on X and let's get started. And right after, I'm gonna edit a couple things. First tweet. Okay, how do I get my upper body and back? I feel like I covered this. Okay, I'm on the wrong list. This one I've already recorded. So this is the list. I already recorded because I remember did a long rant regarding the exercise and fitness. So so this is the new one. Alright, holy cow. They were begging Meghan for a solo shoot and she said nope, love her. Alright, 7 seconds only.
Single, can we get a single, Meghan? Meghan, just one? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, she's there for the event, and then if she does it, you're gonna start hearing all the negativity. Alright, Meghan praises Kelly Zajfen for forming Alliance for Children, which started before Kelly was even a mom. That's incredible. People all over the world have showed up to do good in their communities, young and old, zero. And I mean zero title needed. Alright, so let's listen to this. This, if I had seen it yesterday when I was doing the other video, it would have been in it. Maybe I'll put it, a short video putting it together. Let's go into it so it could be bigger.
And co-founder of Alliance of Moms and board member for Alliance for Children's Rights, Kelly Zajfen, as she is honored with the Francis M. Wheat Community Service Award. So many years ago, Kelly and 4 friends recognized the need to create a supportive community specifically for young moms who are in the foster care system. And from that idea, Alliance of Moms was formed. Now that moment and that idea has evolved into powerful programming that serves families and pregnant or new moms to equip them with the tools, training, and community they need for their motherhood journey ahead. Now, given that Kelly is a mom, she is an amazing one at that, it'd be easy to assume that this light bulb moment came when she became a mother. But if you ask her, she will tell you it began much longer ago. It began for Kelly not as a mom, but as a daughter.
Okay, so there's another video.
Being of service both through Alliance of Moms and beyond. Kelly Zajfen.
I really hope to make it without crying for so many reasons. Standing here tonight and receiving this award is deeply humbling, not because of the recognition, because of what this room represents. It's community, commitment, and showing up. To the Alliance for Children's Rights, thank you for allowing me to be part of work that is so much bigger than any one person. This organization doesn't just advocate for children, it protects their future. Meg.
Okay, so that's all. Okay, she's such an amazing public speaker and such an amazing supportive friend. She continually inspires me. She excels at this. Love hearing her speak. It's pretty capturing. Such an amazing speaker. I love her. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. I'll try to put these 2 videos on a short video for you guys if you have not seen it yet. By now, other squaddies probably already share some of these. Is that the same thing? Okay, so that's from that. I think that's the same thing. Yeah. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, so the derangers, leftovers. Some media outlets are hired monarchists, obsessing over Meghan Markle's every move. She showed up for a friend, look happy, and that's news. Let her live. Alright, so that's a screenshot from Daily Fair. Meghan Markle is seen for first time since report of her Netflix fallout as she hits the red carpet with best friend Zajfen. Okay, Netflix fallout. It's yeah, it's not a fallout. It's just the deal. Oh, whatever agreement they had. Netflix fallout. Why is everything the royal rights British media report on Harry and Meghan say they all have been snubbed, dumped, or shunned? It's ridiculous. Netflix chief content officer Bella Bajaria confirmed in March 2026 that the company still has a relationship with the couple and that they have. Oh, she continued. That they have things in development on TV and film side. Says, was it? Say you report. Alright. Report from AOL. What is it? I think it's the As Ever brand. I mean, Netflix is not about, you know, the things that that Meghan is doing with As Ever. They're not about that. They're mostly about, you know, TV shows, movies, entertainment, things like that. So, and I think in a way, it's a good thing for Meghan that Netflix separate itself with the As Ever brand, because the As Ever brand, it's not like it's struggling. If it was struggling, maybe I will have a little bit concern about it. It's not struggling. It's thriving. It's overperforming. Every time she puts something out, it's sold out in minutes. Not hours, in minutes. So, which means Meghan is keeping 100% of the profit, which is good. She doesn't have to split it with anybody. She looks stunning, unbothered, good for her. I think she meant unbothered. She looks stunning and unbothered, good for her. Very true. Katie Nicole at Vanity Fair is just one example. Most of the tabloids have monarchist writers whose job it is to pop up the royals and viciously attack and lie about Harry and Meghan. And the thing is that I remember when Harry first did like a event, I think it was for the Invictus. I think it was for the Invictus. I think they literally handpicked 3 news outlet. Vanity Fair, People, and there was one more. It's 3 of them. People, Vanity Fair, and I think Town and Country.
Vanity Fair, Town and Country, People, all-time wonderful. Vanity Fair, Town and Country, People, all-time wonderful.
Okay? Literally, let them in. Had interview with Harry and Meghan. No, not Meghan. With Harry, handshake and everything like that. But if they're doing things like this, they keep on saying stupid things or continue the nonsense that the UK is doing, he's gonna cut them off. Which Netflix fallout? The one they created? There's a laugh here. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I don't want this video to be too long. There's a lot of things that is being talked about regarding the war, Epstein file, Israel, a lot of things. So I'm literally took the time to focus on Meghan things, especially she came out. This face. Alright, so there's that here. Alright, the beautiful angelic face that smashed the conveyor belt to pieces. If you don't know what she's talking about here, it's because in Harry's book, Spare, actually on PYTE, I did a video about it. Little face card. Leave it for now. Next tweet. Alright, so this one I decided to put it here. I started listening to it, but I don't think he mentioned Meghan, but it's just the subject. It's making reference to something and it make reflection of Harry and Meghan's situation. OMG, true and true. Diagnostic information, the derangers, Meghan Sussex haters, the Royalists, diseases. Alright, 1 minute and 5 seconds.
This is why some people dislike you. Nobody will dislike you more than someone who tries to fake something that comes naturally to you. Let me say that again. Nobody will dislike you more than someone who tries to fake something that comes naturally to you. Because your authenticity exposes their performance. You walk into a meeting confident. They've been trying to manufacture confidence for years. You communicate honestly. They've been pretending to be emotionally mature. You create naturally. They've been copying. And every time you show up as yourself, you remind them they're acting. That tension turns into resentment. And suddenly, you become the problem. Because nothing irritates someone more than watching you be effortlessly what they struggle to pretend to be.
That's true.
But here's the truth. The person who dislikes you the most is often the person trying the hardest to become you. Your biggest hater is usually your biggest fan in denial.
It's 100%. Okay, so there's that. More like he's talking about the Hawaiian princess. Okay, is he talking about Kitty? 100%. Fact, your greatness irritates their insecurity. This is you, derangers. Let's pause that. And that's on period. Also, misery loves company, but so does mediocrity. Willie and Kate, this described them perfectly. All right, no truer words spoken. What's diseases? William and Kate in a nutshell. Yeah, they're trying to pretend, but they can't. All right, so there's this. Kerry Washington is a dear friend of Meghan for over 10 years. So what is Tambao talking about? Pure trash. See, this is what was good with Meghan, because she had a social media presence before meeting Harry. So whenever the derangers, the royal rat, try to smear her name with whatever it may be, especially the squaddies who knew Meghan way before Harry. Okay? During Tig days, during Suit days, who knew Meghan from the get-go. So whenever the derangers trying to smear Meghan names, the squad come with receipt. I love that. Okay? Sadly, this makes him a lot of money, and even though his lies are called out, still many will buy this and line his pocket because he writes the narrative. They want to believe Tom has been very silent on the Andrew scandal, and his arrest, which is the real story, they want to disappear. I don't. He will sell like that, to be honest. Meghan doesn't need to explain who she is or isn't friend with. He did this with Savannah in last book. Why does he only talk about her black friends? This is small. Oh my God, my eyes is getting worse. Okay. She has girlfriends of other races who she's not constantly around. This is just nosing around and her personal business. Did you watch the interview? I think I don't have it on the list. Maybe I should. I didn't put it on the list because I thought he was what is it? Like promoting his book. It was like a 11-minute interview or so. If Carrie was a friend, she would have supported Miss Meghan on her cooking show. Oh my God. Maybe Meghan planned things out. How many friends Meghan has, and what the? It's mind-boggling. I don't know. Let me read it anyway. If Carrie was a friend, she would have supported Miss Meghan on her cooking show as a guest, but no, they are associates in the entertainment industry. Okay, or is stupid or just dumb. His lies are unbelievable. His sources include... How many friends Meghan has? You mean all of her friends will come on the show just because they are friends? Maybe there wasn't something... who knows? It's mind-boggling. Let me read this and move on. His lies are unbelievable. His sources include trolls and other reporters. So much for credibility. Next tweet. Wow. How many friends do you have that that fit into your thing? Oh my God, there's a video of this. It is so funny. There's the crown here. Let's look at the images. There they are. There's a video of them. I think I have it next. Oh my Lord. This is so cute. The video is gonna be even more. Look at Meghan. She definitely enjoying this. Okay, please don't talk to the British media. They'll twist whatever you say. When the toxic British media slide into your DM, please pay them thus. Meghan Sussex must be protected at all costs. Beautiful photos, cherish your moment, happy for you. Thanks for sharing. If any British media contact you, say no. They'll sue you, then trash you. If the trolls show up, black them. Alright, so just in case if some of these ladies don't know how the UK media is, and now the US too, because they transfer the trash from the UK and into the US. Alright, so this is the video. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. If I had this vision in my present, I will definitely break out dancing. Behind the scene at Beverly Wilshire. Let's look at this. It is so funny. There's no music, so I mute it. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Look at Meghan over here. Oh my lord. I could watch this over and over again. They are so silly. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Where was that? The bathroom or something? Oh, there they are here. There's the pictures. There's me here. OMG. I'm just laughing. I was just kidding in this. I literally said I'm just joking. So the squad don't come after me. Because I thought that was funny. Security, I'm just joking. I'm happy for them. There's that. Yeah, she's such a girl. What is happening? The squad are just laughing. I love that for them. That's hilarious and so cute. Oh my word. There's that. Okay? No hugs. They did. I mean, there they are here. There's the pictures. You can just jump onto and go hug like that. The picture is good enough, okay? Remember a few weeks ago when they thought they were doing something by pointing out that Meghan is the oldest of the former so-called Fab Four. Well, here's a picture from last night, and the oldest is stunningly beautiful as ever. There's the picture. That's all. That was the only thing. I thought the caption was really nice to share. All right, next tweet. Plus, he blacked the comment, so... Why Duchess Meghan already has as ever products trademarked in Australia. Oh. Okay. I absolutely love how I now have everything except the apricot spread and the first bookmark sold out too fast that she has to offer. I only wish I could afford the flower box. I'm asking for the wine trio crate for my birthday next month. I hate to break it to them, but most Australians take Murdoch media with a mountain of salt. Welcome to Australia, Harry and Meghan. Yeah, these people are everywhere. Alright, the royal family aren't as popular as they used to be. People are disgusted by how they protected Andrew for years, paid $12 million to a victim, and still refuse to say what they know. Their treatment of Harry and Meghan compared to Andrew is disgusting as well. There's some videos I have not recorded yet regarding Israel. It seems like now everywhere they go, let's say for vacation, if they present themselves as being Jews, they are rejected. Okay? So that same kind of treatment can apply to Americans. Okay, but the thing is that even though the media in the US is trying to be like the UK, to blind the people, but a lot of Americans on different platforms, social media platforms, are letting it be known that they're not with that Trump administration. So the US might be slightly different in terms of treatment when they go outside of the US. But if they let people know they are MAGAs, they are in trouble. And the other thing as well, with the British royal family, they better be careful as well. If they have to run, where the hell are they gonna go? Where are they gonna go? Before the war in the Middle East started, I used to say, with that same topic, where are they gonna go? I was like, maybe in the Middle East. But right now, the entire area in the Middle East is in shaky ground. The places that the royal family used to go, they're not safe either. They themselves needs to be safe. So I don't know what part in Europe they're probably gonna go. I don't know. Well, the MAGA type of Trump administration that's happening right now in the US is just a phase, okay? Believe me, we will get through it. Hard to say and hard to admit, but we will get to it because now more people, including the MAGAs, are seeing what they were lack of prior to the 24 election. So this is a phase right now. The reason I'm mentioning that, and I was like, maybe they could come to the US, but I don't know how they will be protected. I don't know. But anyway, the only place I could think of is some part of Europe. But they refuse to change and admit fault and so many other things. So they're making it very difficult for themselves. So they should learn from what's happening to the Jews, Israel Jews, that because they are being rejected everywhere they go. All right. Remember, I said it might happen to the US as well, but the difference is the vast majority of Americans are on social media or letting the world know they are against what's going on with the government, the system overall. But the MAGAs will be MAGAs. So that's the... I hate to break it to them, but okay, I read this already. The royal family aren't as popular as they used to be. People are disgusted by how they protected Andrew for years, paid $12 million to a victim, and still refuse to say what they know. Their treatment of Harry and Meghan compared to Andrew is disgusting as well. Alright, then Wooten is irrelevant to Meghan or her brand. She was a multimillionaire before that Ford monarchy and still is, even after dumping that Ford monarchy. As ever generates multi-millions in revenue, then is not in her tax bracket. That is true. She can easily become a billionaire just from wine. That is true. Some of you might be surprised, but Harry and Meghan are in the tax bracket that the Trump administration will crave to. All right, so that's that. It's just that Harry and Meghan don't have that kind of moral that Trump possesses. Is completely different. All right, next tweet. It's almost amusing now watching the British media writing their fictitious hysterical stories about Harry and Meghan's life, while in real time watching Harry and Meghan and their children carrying on with their beautiful life. Welcome to Fantasy Island. That is true. The Vanity Fair British, dumped by Netflix and Hollywood. Yes, they interpret any. Oh my God, you can't make this thing up. You can't make this thing up, and wait until another show popped up on Netflix. As a matter of fact, the deal that Harry and Meghan have with Netflix is a bit more flexible, because. Now, if Netflix decided, okay, I don't want that show to be aired on Netflix, Meghan and Harry could go and shop around and do, ask another streamer. And I've always said from the beginning, at one point, Harry and Meghan need to create their own streaming service. Not only can they will show all of their work, okay? They could also acquire other people's work that align to them. So, yeah, that's the only thing that I see for Harry and Meghan. They could be their own streaming service, and then people will subscribe to them, and their shows and things like that will be aired there, and I don't know. From the beginning, this is what I see. Because those streaming services are all connected with the kind of gangster style type of thing. They all are connected. All right, I see she's getting her army out in full force. Too late. She's toast. Both of them. Good riddance. She can control the U.S. media. The gloves are off. What the hell are they talking about? What the hell are they talking about? these people, the media that the UK has is transfers over there. Go on APTS Sussex. I document many of these. Unfortunately, I didn't create one video specify the documentation of it, but like I do read articles, read tweets, many of them refer or connected. I'll talk about things that I see is happening at that time. But I pretty much documented many of the things, the papers that the US is writing now are a version, a copy of the UK. And sometimes many of those people who's writing the articles in the US are from the UK. I don't know what these people are talking about. So when I see those negative headlines on those articles, I already know. All right, there's this here. U.S. Invictus chief publicly defends Prince Harry against royal biographer. Now, I saw this. I have no reference or anything about it. So I saw it. If you guys know anything about this, you could tell me. Then again, I could go to GB, GB News, forget it. I don't know. All right. So there's no comment, or did they block the comment? I don't know. Yeah, the comment is there, but nobody responded. I don't have anything beyond what's there. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. Next week. So that's JTB. I have 2 videos on JTB. If the video is buffering, I'm gonna stop it, because lately when I come across JTB's video on X, it takes forever to actually play. He has a YouTube channel. Go on his YouTube channel and watch his videos. But what I try to do is whatever the discussion is on X, I share it with you. But if the video is taking forever, I'm just gonna cut it. Okay. So this is it here. Every time Andrew trends, suddenly there is a loud Meghan and Harry Netflix crisis narrative. The timing is obvious. The distraction playbook is obvious. The internet is clocking it. All right, 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Let's talk about how the British royal PR machine is working overtime right now. I mean, overtime. Double shift, triple espresso. Because suddenly there's this loud narrative floating around that Harry and Meghan are failing with Netflix. Every time Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's name, formerly known as Prince, starts bubbling back up in the headlines like a haunted teapot, suddenly...
Okay, I'm glad he's clarifying this. Some of the tweet I just read, the derangers are saying there's a fallout, but he's clarifying it here.
Starts bubbling back up in the headlines like a haunted teapot, suddenly there's a breaking situation about Meghan and Harry and Netflix. And you're telling me this is organic. Please. This is giving William is having another tantrum. This is giving invoices. This is giving media strategy PowerPoints with bullet points like distract, deflect, deploy the derangers. The firm has always had relationships with media outlets. This is a known fact. That is literally how royal coverage has worked for decades. Access journalism, favorable leaks. So when Andrew starts trending, and suddenly 20 opinion pieces start popping up about how Meghan's Netflix era is over. Not random. That's monarchy sponsored. And the funniest part is the execution. Like, babes, if you're going to run distraction campaigns, at least make them believable. Meghan and Harry are out here living their California dream, producing shows, signing deals, showing up at events. Meanwhile, Palace PR is acting like Netflix is about to repo their house. The more they push these stories, the more obvious it becomes what they are trying to cover up. Because most people aren't stupid. I can't say the same about the derangers, but the internet connects the dots faster than the royal couriers can draft a statement. At this point, the distraction is louder than the actual distraction target. And honestly, it's giving flop era. And that's the read. This is the notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
Yeah, like I said, I document them. Right? 1001%. They think people are as stupid as they think. Indeed, It's obvious the media gets the green light from the palace to go after Harry and Meghan. The royals can't hide from the public asking questions about pedo Prince Andrew. The question will follow the royals when they are performing their duties. Israel's spy missions using surveillance to target political figures in Slovenia mirror the British monarchy's smearing of Meghan. If we look at the royal family as a public institution, the abuses of power to destroy her is staggering, requiring consequences for UK royal-led smear campaign. Don't worry, we know what they are doing. Not all, so believe it or not everybody, because not everybody follow Harry and Meghan, but occasionally the royal rats nonsense appear in well-minded people who have no clue about Harry and Meghan, and they tend to believe it. So this type of thing used to work back then when there was no social media, only newspapers, because newspapers will be delivered at your comfort of your home, or you purchase it on your way to work or something like that, and you read it. You don't talk to anybody, or if you have a question about whatever was written, you will have to mail it, write your concern, and then mail it. So it takes a while. But now with social media, people are talking. Like JTB said, with social media, we connect the dot. People talk with each other. So that tactic used to be effective back then, especially during Princess Diana's time, because there was no social media at that time. Okay? But now with social media, the moment they open their mouth, it debunked right there, because people are seeing and talking and interacting and stuff like that. I have a video where when I first looking into Harry and Meghan, and I put one and one together, and why that thing used to work. There's the video.
When racism as such, as a philosophy, kicked in, was as a direct reaction to the abolitionist movement. The abolitionist movement driven by some of the leading intellectuals of the day, as well as driven by hundreds of thousands of ordinary people in this kingdom who signed petitions after petitions and presented them to the House of Lords. When the abolition movement really kicked in from the 1780s onwards, the planters had to respond. And so this is where you get the most virulent imagery about brutal, pagan, bestial.
But the media is a powerful force.
Black people in the literature and in the imagery.
Cartoons portraying black people as licentious and depraved began to circulate.
But the media is a powerful force.
The anti-abolitionist Edward Long wrote,
"The lower class women in England are remarkably fond of the blacks. In the course of a few generations more, the English blood will become so contaminated with this mixture as even to reach the middle and then the higher orders of the people. This is a venomous and dangerous ulcer that threatens to disperse its malignancy far and wide until every family catches infection from it."
All right, don't worry. We know what they are doing, but it has never worked and will never work. Sussexes are living and thriving. It used to work back then, but because of social media, that thing is not working. I cannot believe this still goes on. Yeah, they don't know any different. That's the problem. They don't know any other way. Are you saying the royal family control Netflix and got them to sack Meghan? They're not sacked. Oh my God. They're not sacked. They just did a deal this year. Oh my God. Both she and Andrew are okay. If you say it that way. This is the nonsense. Well, it could be bad. Let's I should have blocked the others from the previous tweet. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I have one more after this, and it has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. Alright, so this is another JTB thing. Okay, someone had to say it. Right? Oh, this has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan as well, but I listened to it already.
I don't want to see a conservative woman posting on the internet. Get to the kitchen. Get to having babies. You don't get to post on the internet.
Were you thinking it? No, you said it.
I don't want to hear your opinions. I don't want to see what you got going on in your life, because you're supposed to be off the internet, Miss Trad Wife. You're supposed to have your baby, and that's it. You're supposed to take care of your baby and be in that fucking kitchen. but instead you're out here talking about other women. I thought that you took that vow where you were like, I'm conservative and I don't have opinions. I'm not allowed to have opinions. And yet you're always fucking yapping. Shut up. Like, this is going to sound anti-feminist, but if you're one of those women that has so much to say about women and their rights and you still get on the internet to talk about women, you are stupid as fuck and I don't want to see your opinions. Why would I care? You're supposed to be in the kitchen. You're supposed to be pregnant. You're supposed to be taking care of babies and your husband. That's what you said you were going to do. So why do I keep seeing you on my For You page? That is not very true. I don't want to see a conservative woman.
That's probably on TikTok. Alright, but she's on the internet giving her opinion. I responded to that. There it is here. Alright, and let's pause it. In case you didn't get it, she's here, post this video. That's because she's not one of them, the trad wife. Alright, so there's all of that. Alright, finally, yes girl, tell them, get offline and get to work. Alright, because they're voting for this nonsense, but yet it's like there's something missing in their brain, many of these trad wife that she's talking about. Alright, this has absolutely nothing to do with Harry and Meghan, and I thought I'd share it with you. Alright, there's Cuba and China. Incredible story. A Chinese girl was filming on a street in Cuba. An old man sitting at her window called out to her. When she approached, the man was in very poor health, but he began to talk to her and told her that he had studied in China and served in the Chinese Air Force, and showed her the document that proved it. The girl went to the Chinese embassy and told them about him, and they went to see him. Afterward, a delegation from the Chinese Air Force came and paid tribute to him. I believe this is either in Spanish or in Chinese. So if you understand, you understand. I'll let it play anyway. Oh, there's a caption, so maybe I'll enlarge it when I'm editing. And that's the last video that I have for this. That's the last tweet that I have for this video.
因为他喊了我很多次，所以我决定回头。
Yo habla español.
Yo no español.
Te voy a enseñar una cosa, ve una cosa. One moment.
Okay.
他打开窗户，里面只有一张床。他颤颤巍巍地走到柜子旁边翻东西。原来他想给我看一本证书。
Can I have a look?
这是他的毕业证书，是他在中国学校当飞行员的毕业证书。
So you're a pilot?
Piloto.
Oh, wow, that's him. That's so special. Wow, so you study in China? In China? China?
En China, Pekín.
他努力去回想他去的城市。他似乎花了很长时间去想他去了哪些城市，却又想不起来了。他开始在手上写着数字，写着1961，那是他毕业的时间。
To be a pilot. Fly.
En China.
In China, yeah. Yeah. China.
En China. Oh, yo ahí.
他非常努力地在手上写的那个数字1961，1961，
Yeah.
那是他毕业的时间。
You are flying the plane in 1961. Is it ditto?
我和他说了再见后，踏上了回家的路，却在回家的路上忍不住掉了一路的眼泪。我对他的孤独感到非常的无力和心碎，却也生气一开始自己忽视他，仅仅是因为他长得像一个流浪汉。
Alright, so there will be some mute in between because of music copyright. It continues. Alright, let's see here.
Pienso que lo mejor que pudo sucedernos fue haber sido entrenados por un personal bien preparado, abnegado y solidario de este gigantesco país que es China. Fin de la cita.
中国空军驻越办来看望，曾在
中国培训的古巴老飞行员，大家相聚在一起，实现了具有特殊意义的大团圆。
Alright, so I think there's more here. So that's just images. Why will a Cuban work in Chinese Air Force? I mean, communists, China, the Soviet Union, now Russia, and Cuba, they were allies. He was Cuban pilot Alberto Tito Alonso San Juan. In the early 1960s, amid close China-Cuba ties, post-revolution, anti-US alliance, China trained dozens of Cuban aviators at its Air Force School to build Cuba's capabilities. He graduated from a PLA Air Force Academy in 1963. Then flew for Cuba. Those pilots were even nicknamed the Chinese back home. Chinese embassy and PLA Air Force later confirmed it via record, visited him, and hosted a reunion. Real history, not fiction. So Grok corrected it. So it's real. It's very sad that many Americans, in terms of history, I mean, I'm not saying I know everything because most of my studies is pretty much in the U.S. But sometimes, even in college in the U.S., when they teach you things, they give you just the basic things and then you go home and do further research. So it's very sad that now schools are not teaching enough history, and whatever they're teaching in the U.S. sometimes is not even the full detail and it's not even, may not even be true. All right, so these are some of the responses. This one, but why doesn't he speak Chinese? I mean, you have to practice. Dude, after 40 years, how come you still remember that when you don't get any chance to use it? I mean, you have to be... Oh, okay. How long did he stayed over there to practice? And then it could have been maybe a year or two. And then once he come back home, let's say he learned Chinese while he was over there, the basic Chinese. And then he went back home and never speak it again. So you will have, maybe he will understand a word or two, but you will have to be consistent practicing to speak it and to speak it. Bring hope to the hopeless is equivalent of bringing life. Job well done. Yeah. It's very funny because she started recording before she even meet him at the door, at his window, I mean. All right, so that's all that I have. So please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I need to make a lot of thumbnails. Yesterday, I was tired. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better